Good morning, my dear yogis. Today I invite you for a very short yoga for a healthy spine, so you can join me on the mat whenever you feel that your spine needs some stretch and strengthen to keep it healthy for the longer period. Let's begin. By the way, for today's class, you might need 2 blocks, a blanket and a strap. If you have blocks, you can keep or take a book with you or something that gives you additional height that you can grab for extra lengthen and support. Instead of a blanket, a towel and the yoga belt, normal belt that you wear in your jeans. And we will start in a pose called Virasana or sitting Virasana with your knees together, with your heels slightly wide apart so you can sit in between your heels. And if this is not a comfortable position for you, then take those blocks, 1 or 2, or few blankets, few towels just to sit a bit higher. If that is still not comfortable, just use your traditional, the most comfortable seating position as you like. But me, I am using Virasana, and as you see, even me sometimes I need a block. Then place your hands on your thighs or knees, palms facing upwards. Give yourself a stretch to lengthen your spine. And exhale, slowly close your eyes. Stay here for a few breaths. Extending and lengthening both inhale and exhale. Stretching your chest in all directions. Your belly filling up with air. And your exhale slowly melting down, drawing your whole body toward the midline. And after 3 long breaths, take your right hand under your left armpit and your left under your right armpit. Squeeze gently your chest with your fingers. Your thumbs are in the middle. And now when you inhale, feel your chest extending side to side and your fingers gently pushing in. And when you exhale, everything relaxing, drawing back to your midline, also your fingers relaxing a bit. Inhale, gently extend your chest, push your fingers in. And exhale, relaxing. Make this exercise for another few breaths. And after those few breaths, change your hands. The one that was down goes up. And again, squeezing your chest with your fingers, take here another few breaths. This pranayama, it's called Padadirsasana. And it's balancing your right and left side of the body and of your brain hemispheres. Bringing you back toward the midline, your focus, and calming you down. And after you release this pranayama, pull your hands back on your thighs or knees and for the few moments observe how you feel. And then bring your hands to touch in front of your chest. Take an inhale, stretching your spine. Exhale, bow the chin to your chest. And let's stay here for 1 Om Let's inhale together. You can listen or chant with me. And then slowly open your eyes. Yeah, very good. Now place your hands to the front, slide your block on the side and come to your all fours. If your knees are having some troubles, I always add a blanket underneath for more comfort, and I highly recommend that. And we start gently with cat and cow. Inhale, lift your head and tailbone up, move your navel down, draw your navel, shoulder blades together, and exhale the opposite way around. So your head and tailbone down, your navel drawing in, your shoulder blades moving away from each other. My little assistant just came. You can tuck or untuck your toes, check what is more better for your knees. What, Luna? I think I'm gonna have some troubles in here. Oh. We're gonna stay a little bit on the knees, so you can stay here for 2 breaths, for 2 minutes, okay? I'm sorry, this is called yoga with cats. No? Oh, you're so cute. Okay. And let's do the last few cat and cows. I think she heard cat, and that's why she's here. Very good. And then very slowly come to your hands and knees. Draw your navel slightly in to protect your lumbar spine and stretch your right leg behind you. Toes down and stretch your shoulder blades. And now move your right foot either to the left corner of your mat or on the floor, away from the mat. Gently shift the weight on your left hand and stretch your right hand front. Again, keep your core strong, navel in, and then slowly move your left hand toward the side for a side bend. Stay here, another deep inhale. And exhale, maybe draw even more to the side, and then come back front, your right hand front, and bring your knee down. I need to adjust so I'm not squeezing Luna or jumping on Luna. Okay, left leg, left side, so left leg backwards. Find your one line in the body, draw your navel in for stronger core, and to protect your lumbar, slide your left leg to the long right corner of your mat, edge of your mat. Shift the weight on your right and stretch your left. Again, keep your navel in, strong core, and now draw your left hand to your right side, your second side, to have a nice long line, your left line. Yeah, another inhale and exhale, and then come back front, hand down and knee down. And what should I do? Well, I'm gonna be on the floor so I can keep little cat happy. And then come to your half plank, draw your navel in as well. Very good. Stretch your shoulder blades. Stay here for one inhale and exhale. You want to have one line from your knees through your front body. And then exhale, bending your elbows and come slowly on your mat. Now we're gonna strengthen the lumbar for locust pose. So your next inhale, lift only your head and chest up from the ground, but go as high as you can do without using your hands. Draw your tailbone backwards and your toes are also stretching backwards. Yeah, beautiful. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale up, your hands might stay in the same spot. Exhale down. And 2 more times, inhale and exhale. By the way, when you inhale and lift up, look down at the front edge of your mat without raising your gaze, and you're blocking the passage for the air. And down. Great. Now we go for a true locust. So you can keep your hands behind you on the sacrum, make hooks with your thumbs, or interlace your fingers. Move your elbows upwards. And now when you inhale, lift your chest up. Stretch your hands behind you. Elbows might be bent or stretched, but also engage your inner thighs, lifting your legs and stretch the toes toward the back wall. Exhale, lower down. And let's do it 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Great. And exhale. Beautiful. Rest here for a few breaths. You might make a pile with your hands, forehead on top, or put it on one and then another cheek. Great. Slowly lift your head, move your hands by your side, elbows pointing backwards. And now lift for a cobra. Maybe you can stretch your arms, or maybe they're going to be slightly bent. Engage your core and move upwards until you find yourself on hands and knees. I'm going to walk gently toward Luna, so I'm on the mat. Now tuck your toes and lift for downward facing dog. And because it's the first downward dog, you can walk your heels, bending the opposite leg. Keep your core strong, your navel in, sit bones reaching backwards behind you. Also, your shoulder blades are wide, so you're not crunching your shoulder girdle. Yeah, beautiful. And I'm having a sleepy cat. Very good. And then find your heels moving downward, look front, and then slowly start walking your hands toward the feet. You can caress the cat while you do it. And actually grab your 2 blocks, put them on the highest height, and your hands on top. Now bend your knees, release the belly on your thighs, shake your head yes and no. Check if there is no tension in your belly, spine, and shoulder girdle. Your elbows are facing backwards. Now with your next inhale, stretch your whole spine over the ground parallel. Stretch your sit bones behind you, your crown and heart front, navel in for stronger lumbar, and exhale, bend everything melting down on your knees. Inhale, lift, and exhale, melt and bend down. And let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Yeah, beautiful. Next time when you lift, stay here. You can always have slight bend in your knees. And now shift your weight to your right. Lift your left hand front. And now bend your opposite leg. So the same leg, that hand is on your block, is bending. And stretch your left side to the front. Exhale, melt everything down. Second side, lift. Now bend your left leg, shift the weight on your left hand, reach with your right. Your straight spine, strong core, and down. 2 more times on each side. Inhale, bend your right leg, stretch your left, your weight on your right hand. Exhale, down. Inhale, bend your left, stretch your right arm, strong core, and down. Okay, one more time, right and left, or rather left and right, and down. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Next time you roll all the way up until standing. Now move your hands wide, circle upwards over your head, touch and move to your heart. Maybe close your eyes. Find that calmness inside you. Strong, stable, and long breath. And then slowly open your eyes. Now I'm gonna face you, and because of my little black assistant, I need to go to another part of the mat so I don't disturb her little sleeping. I'll put my blocks on the side so you can admire a sleeping cat. Okay. With your hands, you can choose 3 versions. A version with your interlaced fingers and pushed your palms up. Then there is what I call a James Bond mudra, when you interlace your fingers except the index ones and lift up, or just your hands in parallel. So choose the one that is the best for you. If you are parallel and you don't want your hands to move, you can use a strap or a belt if you have one. If you don't have a yoga strap home, and that will keep your hands parallel and in the same distance. I'm gonna use my hands interlaced. So interlace your fingers, move them up. Find a beautiful stretch, and now walk your left foot behind your right, or maybe even on your right side. Bend your front leg, so the right one, and now stretch your hands to the right side for a side bend. Keep your pelvis facing front so it's not moving with you. And then come back up and step your leg front. You can lower your arms if that's too much for the shoulder girdle. Me, I'm gonna keep mine up. The same on the second side. So now my right steps behind, and more on the left side of my left foot. Bend your front left. Keep your pelvis parallel and then move to the side. Yeah, beautiful. Stay here for 1 full breath. Inhale and exhale. And come back up, step front. And again, you can lower your arms or keep them up. And let's do the same on both sides twice. Step your left behind and then move to your right side. Keep your pelvis parallel and front. Come back up and step into a nice stretch position like a blown palm, and then your right behind your left. Move to your left in a standing banana pose. Back up and front. And one last time. Your left behind your right. Move to your right. Come back up. And front, lower your arms or keep them up. And then the last time, right behind your left. Move to your left. Come back front and up. Release your hands. Maybe gentle. Shake a little bit. I know that was a lot for shoulder girdle, but we're stretching those sides of the body. We're not doing it often, and since we're sitting in front of the desk in one position, those sides need some additional stretch to keep your pelvis and your spine happy and healthy for longer. Okay, the next pose is actually a Trikonasana. For that one, you might use your 2 blocks. Put the blocks in front of your mat, in between your legs. Outside of your legs, and your legs hip width wide. Now take a small step backwards with your left. Place your heel down. Choose an angle of your choice. Traditionally, there is a right angle, but I know for healthy pelvis and spine, it's better a smaller angle around 45 degrees. Your pelvis is facing side, and now start to move your sit bones behind you. You feel that you're leaning forward and come back to the middle. And again, lean forward, sit bones go backwards and come back to a normal. And one more time, sit bones backwards and come back to your front. Now let's add your arms parallel to the mat, and now slide your arms to the front like train on the race. Your sit bones go back, but your heart moves front and come back to normal. 2 more times. Stretch your sit bones back, your hands, arms go front and back, and one last time. to the side. And now grab your block. You can place it closer to your foot and lift your left hand upwards. And I know you don't see it because of the loose stuff, but it's really moving my pelvis and sit bones away from my heart. My heart move forward, my sit bones move back, so it's a beautiful spine stretching asana. And now look upward toward your left hand. If this is too much for you, you can stay over here, but keep your core strong so you're not leaning over that leg. It's a beautiful spine stretching asana with both your left and right side. Because if you just stretch your left, you go into side bend. But if you stretch left and right simultaneously, then you're feeling that stretch. That is so much more vital. Beautiful. And now this left hand is dragging you upwards. And grab your hips, move your hips toward the front. And as you might realize, my back leg is changing. When I'm having that huge angle, my hips cannot move. So maybe I have to adjust moving my all 10 toes toward the front. Now you can work with or without a strap or a belt. I'm gonna show you with a belt. Without, just grab your pelvis and lift your heart, creating that beautiful elongation. With a strap, place the strap next to your hip bones. Take an inhale, and when you exhale, move that strap away. So you're pushing your pelvis away from your heart. Your heart goes front and lift. Beautiful. Let's make it 3 more times. Exhale, move your strap backwards, hips away from your heart, and lift. Exhale, inhale, and one last time. Exhale, and now stay here. You might be parallel to the ground or slightly higher, and try to pull your right part of a strap a bit more to keep your hips parallel. Beautiful. Lengthen your crown, your heart front. But if you have those blocks, you can also place your hands on the blocks. Remember not to keep your whole body active. Well, foam blocks. And if that's too much for you, bend slightly your right leg or your front leg. And come back up, lift your back heel and gently move to your front. And me, I'm gonna do the second side. I highly encourage you to do as well, but I don't want you to see my back all the time, so I'm changing sides. Sorry, Luna. So put your blocks on the outside part of your feet, step with your right foot behind, place your heel down, not a big angle, maybe slightly smaller. Grab your hips, sit bones backwards, your heart moves front and come back up. So lean forward and come back up. Me, I had a hip injury long time ago, so this side I need to warm up much more. And I feel that it's more tensed than my right one. Great, and come back up. Now stretch your arms, and let's do the same with your arms. Your arms go front, heart front, sit bones backwards, and then up. Inhale and exhale. Actually, exhale when we bend front, and inhale. Exhale, beautiful. And now grab your block. I'm using the one that is on the inside part. Lift your right hand. Stretch your right and left side. If that is too hard for your inner thigh, there is always a possibility to bend your front knee, but just slightly. Yeah, that's it. Look upwards, send your crown and heart forward, your sit bones backwards, both of your sit bones back. Yeah, that's right. And now lift through that right hand back into standing, grab your hips and move forward. And again, you can work with that strap. Right now, I'm gonna show you without. So with the strap, every time you go behind, you're trying to pull your or push your pelvis away from your heart. But right now I'm gonna not use it. So grab your pelvis, actually move your blocks wider apart. Inhale, lift your heart, and when you exhale, move forward. And now do the same action, but with your hands, push your pelvis away from your heart. And inhale, lift. Exhale, move down. And inhale, lift. And one last time, exhale. And lift, beautiful. Let's go to that Parsvottanasana, or triangle forward bend. Keep your core strong. And now make a thumb with your left, place it on the groin and pull it away or push it away from your heart to keep your pelvis squared, looking front. You can always bend your front knee slightly. Or place your hands on those blocks. Remember not to lean down and to keep your whole spine active. And gently lift up, bend your knees, lifting your back heel and step front. Yeah, beautiful. And for our last asana, there was a lot of bending. So to stretch these groins, let's do a standing locust. Interlace your fingers behind you or make hooks with your thumbs. Maybe this time try other way around, so change of one finger. Move your elbows slightly closer to each other and then slowly pull your hands down, lifting your chest. Beautiful. Remember in this pose to keep your navel sucked in for a stronger core and healthy lumbar. Stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. And then inhale and exhale. Release. Yeah, shake your body one more time. It's helping to restore the nervous system. And then slowly roll down. One vertebrae at a time. Keep your knees soft while you're bending. That's right. And then move on your knees. Sit on the side. And we're going to slowly go. Oh, I'm sorry, Luna. Slowly, we are going to go on the back. Poor cat. Roll down. Well, I'm going to roll away from her so she can sleep nicer. I hope you can still see me. Now lift your right leg, place your ankle on left knee. Flex both of your feet and lift them up. And now grab your knee under where it bends. If it's hard for you, grab a strap around and then pull your knee using your strap. Otherwise, release your neck and gently pull that shape of your legs to your spine, to your belly. We are stretching the side hip area, which is very good for sciatica pain, SI joint pain, and other unpleasant sensations that are caused by unhealthy spine habits. With each exhale, you might pull them slightly closer. Great, and release. I'm just looking if I'm not stepping on Luna. And let's do the same on the second side. Lift your left, place ankle on your right knee, flex both of your feet while you lift them. Grab your right knee under where it bends. Some people also like to hold the knee. Me, I'm personally not a super big fan of it. And exhale, gently pull closer to the chest. Yeah, beautiful. Every exhale, a bit closer. It might not be an inch or a centimeter. It might be like a glimpse of it. Beautiful. And release. And the last asana, walk your feet wider on 2 edges of your mat. Stretch your hands and just move your knees side to side, maybe even touching the floor or the mat. I'm trying not to touch Luna, so I'm doing in a very small range of motion. Great, and then find your Shavasana. Stretch your legs and arms wider as you like it. Close your eyes. For a few breaths, fully emerge into all the sensations that you had during this small practice, small and or short practice. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, or all your ankles and wrists. Head side to side. Give yourself a bit of a stretch, like you're waking up from a nice nap. Bend your knees, move them to your chest, rock side to side. And slowly roll on your one side and give yourself a push, keeping your eyes closed until you come back into sitting in a comfortable pose, touching your hands in front of the chest. Give yourself an inhale, stretching your spine. And while you exhale, gently bow your chin to the chest, mind toward your heart. And let's end our practice with one Om. Let's take an inhale together. And then slowly open your eyes and raise your gaze. Oh, and someone is calling me. And I want to thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope you like this short asana practice for the healthy spine. And I want to invite you next week for our next yoga, maybe with or without my little black assistant, aka Luna the cat. Hari Om Om Tat Sat and Namaste. And by the way, if you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking this video, or let me know in the comment section which kind of yoga practice I should give you as the next one. As you know, I'm doing Vinyasa yoga, power yoga, original hatha or traditional hatha. I'm doing also healthy spine, yin, and meditation and oncology yoga. So whatever you need, please let me know. I am here to make you better person and your body your temple, so you can have it for longer and stay in a good health. And now that's it. End of my talking. Bye bye and see you next week.